Moin und willkommen bei Glift. Ich bin dann Ehren Lützeburgischen Sprachcoach von glift.lu. Hier ist die Wochenlektion Nummer 10 von Lea Lützeburg sehr mit Kurzlektionen. Hi and welcome to Glift. I'm Anne, your Luxembourgish language coach from glift.lu. This is lesson number 10 of Learn Luxembourgish Fast with short lessons. In this lesson, you will be learning how to use the word dag and other tricky words such as aber and mol. Bist du bereit? Are you ready? Dann lass. Luxembourgish, like any other language, has particular words and expressions that can be used in more than one way. These include the short but tricky words known as particles or fillers. I call them small words that can cause big problems. Luxembourgish words such as aber, och, dag, mol, schon, and even jo look very simple, but are often a source of misunderstanding for even intermediate learners of Luxembourgish. The main source of problems is the fact that each one of these words can have multiple meanings and functions in different contexts or situations. Take the word aber. Aber is encountered as a conjunction, so meaning but or however in English. Let's take some example. Wir wollten haut spazieren gehen, aber es hat geregnet. I repeat. Wir wollten haut spazieren gehen, aber es hat geregnet. Which means in English, we wanted to go for a walk today, but it was raining. In that context, aber functions like any of the coordinating conjunctions like oder, meaning or, and the conjunction an, meaning and. But aber can also be used as a particle to stress what is being said or done. For example, dat is aber nicht wahr. I repeat, dat is aber nicht wahr. That is, however, not true. Or, dat is aber ganz interessant. Dat is aber ganz interessant. That was really very interesting. As you will have noticed in the examples, it is often difficult to translate the Luxembourgish word into an English word. The word aber, contrary to what your first year Luxembourgish teacher told you, does not always equal but. Depending on how it is being used, the word aber can mean but, and, at all, however, really, just, isn't it? Haven't you? Come on. So here you see that aber has different meanings. Now let's look at another word, mol. Mol is often used in day-to-day conversation as a particle and the shortened form of e-mol meaning once. Let's take some examples. Lausch da mal no. Lausch da mal no, which means listen. Or komm mal hi. Komm mal hi. Come over here. If you listen carefully to Luxembourgish speakers, you will discover that they can hardly say anything without throwing in a mol here and there. So if you do the same, of course, at the right time and in the right place, you will sound just like a Luxembourger. And now let's look at the word dag. The Luxembourgish word dag is so versatile that it can also be dangerous. Let's start with the basics. Jo oder ja Neen and Dach. Of course, two of the first words you ever learned in Luxembourgish were ja and neen. But they aren't enough. You also need to know the word Dach. When you answer a question negatively or positively, you use neen, which means no, and ja or yes, either in Luxembourgish and in English. But Luxembourgish adds a third one-word option, Dach, that English does not have. For instance, someone asks you in English, "Don't you have any money?" Only two responses are possible in English. You can answer, "No, I don't," agreeing with the negative question, or "Yes, I do," disagreeing with the negative question. Now, the same money question in Luxembourgish would be, "Hast du kein Suchen?" If you answer with "Ja," the questioner may think you are agreeing to the negative, that yes, you don't have any money. But by answering with Dach, you are making it clear, on the contrary, yes, I do have money. This also applies to statements that you want to contradict. So for example, if someone says, "That's not right," which is, "Das stimmt nicht" in Luxembourgish, but it is, the Luxembourgish statements would be contradicted with, "Doch, das stimmt." In English you'd say, "On the contrary, it is right." But we have just one word, we say Dach. A Dach response clearly means you disagree with the statement. Dach has many other uses as well. As an adverb, it can mean after all or all the same. It is often used this way as an intensifier. Now let's look at Dach as a particle. Dach as a particle can intensify or express surprise. For example, "Dat war doch den Tom." "Dat war doch den Tom," meaning that was actually Tom. Or it can mean to show doubt. So, "Du hast de Rendezvous doch nicht vergiss." "Du hast de Rendezvous doch nicht vergiss," meaning you did not forget the appointment, didn't you? And as a particle, Dach can also be used to soften an order. For example, "Tommel de Stach." "Tommel de Stach," meaning do hurry up. With a little attention and effort, you'll begin to notice the many ways that Dach is used in Luxembourgish. Understanding the uses of Dach and the other particles in Luxembourgish will give you a much better command of the language. If you can improve your vocabulary, you have a lot more ways to express yourself in Luxembourgish. You will be able to say exactly what you want instead of trying desperately to think of the right word. You should learn words in context, in topics, and what is even more important is to practice the new words so that you don't forget them. In my online course, Lützebuerg am Alldach, Lauster a Schwätz, you learn useful words. Each lesson also includes a quiz and also explains the vocabulary you heard in the conversations, teaching you new words and showing you how to use them. There are lots of practice phrases which you can listen to and repeat to improve your Luxembourgish speaking. The exercise, which goes with each lesson, will help you test yourself and remember the new vocabulary. Learn more about this course on my website glift.lu by clicking on courses and look for the Lützebuerg am Alldach online course. So, merci an Adi, an wir sehen uns an der nächsten Lektion. So, thank you and bye. See you in the next lesson.